this is a Terra-colored 2024 Toyota Sequoia Limited with the TRD Pro package on it. Or in the United States, it's just the TRD Pro model, because here in Canada, we like to complicate things and then apologize for it. It's based on the Toyota Tundra, so it has a ladder frame and the same 3.5-liter iForce Max drivetrain, the same dashboard, and a lot of similar stylistic elements. The V6 engine is turbocharged and mated to an electric motor stuck in between it and the 10-speed automatic transmission. The total output is 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. The electric motor by itself makes 48 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. It's powered by a 288-volt, 1.87 kilowatt-hour battery. So this hybrid system helps with fuel efficiency, a smoother and quieter ride, but most importantly, extra oomph. Pedal to the metal, the TRD Pro exhaust system sounds as bassy as a Bose surround sound system. And 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in 6.1 seconds, or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 6.5 seconds in 2 high. You can also pick 4 high and 4 low for when you need to maximize towing, reaching its full potential, which is just over 9,000 pounds. Or of course, when you need to go off-roading, because this is what this is meant to do. The TRD Pro package increases the ground clearance from 8.6 inches to 9.1 inches, and the approach angle from 15 degrees to 23 degrees. The departure angle stays the same at 20. The TRD Pro also has Fox off-road suspension with external reservoirs at the rear, for the dampers that is. It has red sway bars and fancy covers, on top of the overall more rugged look, and of course the roof rack on top. The front brakes are 13.9 inch with dual piston calipers. The rear are single piston with 13.6 inch rotors. It also has, of course, a tow hitch and a brake controller, so it's pretty complete in terms of utility. It also has an 85-liter tank, and it only needs regular grade unleaded, but it is a little tiny weeny little bit thirsty, as we've averaged 13.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which I guess for the size and the overall thing is much better than what it used to be with the V8. So actually, I take that back. It's not bad on gas at all. I guess the hybrid drive system actually works. On the outside, it's a very good looking and imposing SUV. It also has a light bar in the front for bragging rights, and the wheels are forged BBS all-terrain with all-terrain tires. Inside, it's also very nice. Quality-wise, it's solid, and it has nice soft materials where you need them, but overall, it's pretty tough and durable. The design is clean, and I love this Toyota lettering on the dash. It's like in case you forget where you're driving. The instrument cluster is all digital and contains everything you really need. The infotainment is simple and perfect, and it supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And the rest of the controls are super easy to understand and reach. The driving position is absolutely fantastic. I got really comfortable right away. The seats are massive. They're like little sofas. I love them. But they do support the body very well, so no complaints there. The front seats are heated, ventilated. You have a heated steering wheel also, but unfortunately in this TRD Pro model, the rears are not heated whatsoever. Roominess up front is very good, and there are pockets all over the place for your stuff. The sunroof is a little bit small, unlike the area with the wireless charger, which is massive. The rear seats are captain chairs, and they're super roomy also. The third row can slide back and forth to either favor legroom or cargo capacity. All the way forward, legroom is tight, but the trunk is 631 liters behind them. All the way back, legroom becomes amazing, but the trunk becomes only 325 liters. So you win some, you lose some. If you fold the seats down, the trunk becomes 1,387 liters, which is massive. On the road, the Sequoia feels big and heavy, just like the Tundra really, only it's a little bit more comfortable, and it takes bumps a lot better compared to the Tundra, because on the road, this is pretty comfortable. I like it. The off-road suspension actually does miracles. It's overall a very comfortable ride. It's just not a very good long-distance cruiser because there's a lot of wind noise on the highway, especially the roof rack on top doesn't do it any favors. Here, I'll be quiet for a second, and this is what it sounds like. The exhaust is very loud also, a little bit drony in town. On the highway, you can't hear it too much because the rest of the sound just overpowers the drony exhaust. It does sound sporty, but because it's a hybrid and the engine goes on and off a lot, it's like very quiet. You hear nothing, and the sound like kicks in. So it's fun. I would prefer if I had a button to say, okay, open valve, close valve, so I can pick when I want it to be noisy and sporty and when not to be. But yeah, even like this, it's all right. at least it's more fun than boring. When driven hard, it sounds badass, and based on the fact that it's powerful, it does make it fun. But when you calm down, I would appreciate a button to just make the exhaust shut up. With good performance comes the need for confident handling, and in that sense, the Sequoia is absolutely fine. Grip limits are high, there are no scary or sudden behaviors at the limit, just a progressive buildup of screeching tires warning you to back off, but that's also normal because these tires are all-terrain tires. They don't grip as well as like road tires. The steering feels great, the brakes feel great also. It's a purpose-built vehicle, so where it's even better is beyond tarmac. Traveling on rougher roads is honestly a breeze. The suspension does a fantastic job absorbing almost everything, and honestly, the faster you go, the better it becomes. It's able to also do some very decent off-roading, like, regular off-roading. We can't do any right now, but despite weighing 6,150 pounds, which is just under 3 tons, it's no Land Cruiser, but it's not far off. Overall, I have to say that it's a very, very good SUV, full-size SUV. Compared to the American trucks, like the triplets, like the Tahoe and the Escalade, whatever, the Yukon, and the Jeep Grand Wagoneer also. The height seems to be a little bit shorter. Like when you sit in the far back and you look forward, it kind of looks like it's a bit narrower, like the ceiling is lower. So if interior capacity is like your top priority, like roominess inside, I think the American trucks are a little bit roomier. But nevertheless, if you need something that can do really good off-roading, I mean, this one also has the crawl mode, so it can do some pretty clever stuff. It has an automatic locking differential in the back. So it has all the little goodies it needs for off-roading, really, right? So if you need off-roading, you need something rugged, you need something that can tow a lot, because this tows almost as much as the Tundra. So if you need all that, and you want to live with something like this 365 days a year, then this is a really, really, really good SUV. I mean, now prices in Canada, the base model is the SR5 Off-Road that starts at $83,522. The limited trim starts at $83,290. This TRD Pro model, as seen here, is $95,500. So it is pricey. It's not cheap, but it's up there. Overall score is 8.5 out of 10. I would really like to see an active valved exhaust so I can pick when it makes noise and when it doesn't. I would really like to see heated rear seats at this price point, and let me tell you, even the really far back seats, I mean, they fold electrically, but it would be nice to also have them heated. But that's all for today. I hope you really liked this iForce Max Toyota Sequoia. Leave us a comment, press a like. Most importantly, till next time, be well. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Perfect.